Welcome to the Green and Gold Gridiron Show. My name is Margot Moore.
And I'm Chris Sheets from the Kissin' Country Morning Show. We have a spectacular show lined up for you today. We have a teacher that's on the Wall of Honor, a high school rivalry, and cheer team prep. But before we talk about that, we want to hear from you. This is our second season of this show, and we need to, well, get better, I guess. We want to hear good and bad. We can take it. No, we can't, but we can take it. They actually don't show us any of it, so you're fine. Send it into the gridironshow@shaw.ca. We look forward to hearing from you.
And to start today's show off, we're going to meet up with our teacher / Wall of Honor member, Chris Morris. So check it out.
I'm a principal at Spruce Avenue School, which is part of the CSIP group of schools, which is the inner city part of Edmonton. This school has had a big transition over the last year. It used to be a K-9 school. The grouping of schools in the inner city of Edmonton have changed. What they've done is they've closed down the K-9 model, so the kindergarten to grade 9 model of school, and they've created 3 larger elementaries and 1 really big junior high school. The biggest thing you want to do, especially in a school like this one, is you want to make sure you're out around with the kids. You want to make sure the kids see you and make sure the kids understand, okay, look, this is what we're all about here. And make sure the teachers see you out working with the kids as well, because that's what it's all about. It's not about, you know, sitting in here and coming up with plans to do this, that, or the other. It's about getting these kids to buy in and getting them wanting to be here and getting them into those classrooms where our teachers can do their best work. I coach football. Yeah, I coach my son's Adam team, which is the Mustangs down on the south side, and I also coach Ainley's team because I started at Ainley 3 years ago, and I was an assistant principal there. And I started coaching a group of kids who are really, really special group of kids and I just want to see it through with them until they graduate.
And really, you look here on the search run right here, you get the ball to Floyd deep in the backfield, he reads the hole, he cuts back out to the right offensive tackle behind Morris.
I'm proud of what we did as a group of players, because a lot of us, and it's funny, when you play as long as I did, you go through sort of different waves. Like the first wave of players I was with, I was kind of the young guy. The second wave of players, I was in the middle. And the third wave I was an old aging veteran on a team. So all 3 different groups I was very proud of being a part of. And it was a fun journey. You don't have to be Mr. All-Star, rushed for this many yards or caught this many touchdowns, or you know, there's pieces that bring a team together. There's pieces of that team that glue a team together. And to me, it was very nice to have something like that recognized, not just for myself, but there's lots of guys around town here. A guy like Blake Dermott, a guy like Larry Ruck, a guy that's at Bishop's now, Leroy Blue. Those guys were all glued to teams that were very successful, and they weren't recognized individually. But I think by recognizing myself, those guys have a piece in that, because they were the same as me. They were guys who showed up for work, worked hard, played at a high level, but they were team guys, and I think that's what the Eskimos are doing when they put me up there. Once you create kids that are respectful, once you create kids that are wanting to have a purpose, you don't have to deal with problems later on in life. And I think that's what the big part of public education and the big part of why you spend so much time coaching and why you should be spending time after school with these kids, because they're what's going to set our society for the next 30, 40 years, not us. We're going to be old, and we're going to be watching what happens, and it'll be a byproduct of what we put in now. So it's very important that we spend that work with those kids now.
Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Good game, boys. Good game.
You know, Chris, I don't think I would have stepped out of line for a second if Morris was my high school principal.
No, I might have even graduated. You know what? Continuing on with the school theme, last week was Reading Week for some lucky students. We caught up with Greg Voigt and Jared Zabransky for some story time on the big red carpet.
What'll stop them, I'll bet, we'll douse them with water. Lions hate to get wet.
I've done it a couple of times, and it just gets better every time. You know, the kids are bright-eyed and excited to see us out here, and it means more than we truly know. So it's great to be able to give back to the community.
You guys ever seen elephants?
Yeah.
They're big, aren't they?
Guess what?
It's very important. You know, it's definitely a fundamental foundation of learning, and you know, it sparks a lot of interest, and for the kids to see people that they might look up to, you know, taking time and you know, showing the importance of reading. I think it's something very beneficial for our community and for the Eskimos.
Let's go inside and play some quiet games, said Miss Clark. Boris, please try to be less scary, dear.
Yeah, actually I did some of the read-ins last year, but I find it particularly important just because I'm a teacher in the off-season, so just coming to elementary schools and being able to read to kids, it's an enjoyment just because I'm a secondary school teacher, so coming to read to young kids is really special.
Boris is too big, cried one of the little mouse. Boris is too hairy, yelled another. Boris is too scary. They all squeaked together. Oh, Boris, said Miss Clark, please try to be more careful.
Well, it's really essential. Being a teacher, I really try to focus on telling the kids that, you need to read. It's something that's really important. You're going to need throughout your life, and listening to your teachers and doing what they tell you is an essential part of going to school.
It made Maxwell hide his face and his paws. Oh, Boris, said Miss Clark, why don't you sit on the floor instead? You guys see what happened?
Oh, it's great. It's just it's fun to see all the kids tell you their dads are fans or they went at the game yesterday and stuff like that. So it's really good to hear them asking if you know Ricky Ray or if you know Fred Stamps, and it's just amazing to see all the fans throughout the city.
Just the little guys. This guy right here, Vova. He was my tour guide today. But no, just being with the little guys and being able to get back to them.
Margot, I think you've actually done Reading Week. I have as well, and I'm scared to death when you do it. Like anything over grade 2 and I am messed up. You know what I'm saying?
And you read those simple children's books and you feel so silly when you get them wrong, but at least on this show we know we're getting it wrong because our producer can't spell, right?
That's our excuse, exactly.
So up next in Out of Bounds, we're rekindling a bit of a rivalry from the past as Freddie Stamps and Chris Thompson meet up and rekindle their high school football rivalry. So check it out.
We just came up playing in these little camps over at Tulane University, and we just became close ever since. Instantly, like we just clicked, and just ever since we just been together every time, since growing up.
Yeah, we pretty much got the same personality, pretty much laid back guys, so we clicked instantly. And by us being opposite football players, like he played receiver, I played cornerback, we had a little rivalry going on too with that, so that played a key in our friendship also. Out the gate, we were in Jacksonville together too in the NFL. That was my roommate when we first got to Jacksonville. So it was an instant, we were still just picked up where we left off at.
Coach Machoch, he kept asking me about Chris and whatever, and I told him he's a good player. And he got in contact, and Chris called me, and I told him it's the place to be in Edmonton. So he came up here, he played a few games, and they traded for him. And I was kind of like, upset they traded him. Then I was happy they got him back in Edmonton.
Oh man.
Everything we do, whether it's shooting basketball, well, right now it's the Madden. We play Madden every day, and I think I got Fred's number on the Madden. I beat him most of the time. He won't admit that either though on camera, but I beat him most of the time.
Yeah, we play Madden 2011 all day, every day. And I beat up on him and LG, Lawrence Gardner, all day.
He was in a different district than I am, so we never got a chance to play each other until I got to college. And that's how I got my first interception against Fred's team in college. He won't admit it though.
I'm always the one to win, because when it's in college, we beat them like 20-0. Everything we do, I always win. Video games, anything, pool, anything, I'm gonna win.
Here's the rush, Ray deep again. No one there. A sack for Chris Thompson.
I made a play on Fred. Well, it wasn't on Fred. He tried to tackle me. I made an interception, and Fred tried to tackle me. And I threw the ball back to my teammate, and Fred, I got a big poster of Fred trying to tackle me. I'm throwing the ball back. He doesn't like that either.
What are you talking about, that play? Oh, we ain't worrying about that play, What happened the next week?
Ray goes deep now for Stamps. He has it. Fred Stamps inside the 10.
When it was just me and him on the island by ourselves, and I had to hit him a 40-yard bomb. He ain't tell y'all that, huh?
Remember to stay tuned for the second part of Out of Bounds as we find out who's better, in bowling at least. Former cheer team member, of course, Margot, everything happens on the field, but before you get to the field, there has to be a lot of preparation that happens, I would assume, before the game.
Absolutely. So the girls have to show up at least 3 hours prior to kickoff.
Wow.
They have a full hair and makeup regime. They even have a chiropractor and massage therapist that comes in and treats the team members. We have to practice all of the routines before the game starts, and you know what? It feels like we've already cheered an entire game before kickoff even starts. So they've let us into our pre-game regime, so check it out.
We come here about 2 hours before the game and we practice and do rehearsals.
We warm up our stunts, we do our stretches, run all of our game performances. And then it's hair and makeup, have some water, have some food, and then it's time to go.
Raw Beauty is our hair sponsor, so they do our hair for us every game. They're absolutely amazing and they're wonderful.
We eat so much. I never stop eating. So I think it's just because we're doing so much that you're constantly eating. So, I mean, healthy food, of course.
You eat a lot of carbs. Kind of think of it as like a marathon because we're out there for 3 hours constantly moving, so you want to have a lot of energy while you're doing it. It's really fun once you're out there and you feel the energy from the crowd and they're feeding it back to you. It's a lot of fun. It's a good atmosphere.
We do a calendar every year. We're a volunteer team, so we have calendar sponsors and we sell them, and that helps pay for some bills like traveling to Grey Cup, or for example when we went to Moncton. I feel so lucky that people actually want to buy a photo of me. So
this year Justin's on the cover, as you saw, and then everyone gets a month in the calendar, so it's a really good one, yeah, $10. It's kind of funny to see yourself in such a huge scale, but yeah, they're really good pictures. The photographer's amazing, so I really like it.
The calendar looks phenomenal, so I don't mind signing it because it's a great picture. My signature is kind of always a little bit messy. It's handwriting, so sometimes it comes out better than others. I think a huge part of getting ready for the game is everybody being together in the group mentality. So, and then right before the players come on the field is probably the time when we're the most energetic. We're all in the tunnel together and we're chanting and we're ready to go out on the field. And that's the part that everybody loves. So I would say that's the best part.
And we're joined by the Grand Poobah of the Grey Cup that's coming to town, of course, in November. And it's so much more than just the game that'll be here at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Dwayne Vanoa. And Dwayne, about 10 days ago, so you had a huge announcement about more great entertainment coming and being part of it, right?
Yeah, we our Friday Cabaret that's going to be at the Shaw Conference Center. We just announced entertainment. It's Matthew Good and Theory of a Dead Man. So we're really excited about that. And we had already sold about 1,500 tickets before we even announced it.
Wow.
So things are rolling along, and hopefully it's going to be another sold-out event.
Presented by our sister station, 92.5 Joe FM. I might add that. The boss gets mad if I don't
You
put
can
those plugs in.
say that again.
92.5 Joe FM, 92.5 on the FM dial.
Perfect.
That's it. What other exciting things are going on? We'll talk about the parade in a second, but if you want to remind everybody, again, there's tickets and all of the information you need at the website.
Yes, it's Grey Cup Festival 2010, and I really encourage everyone to sort of get out there and sort of pick the events that you want to get at right now, and because a lot of things have sold out already, as we've talked about.
Yes.
The player awards are sold out, and the indoor tailgate party is sold out, and the gala dinner is close to being sold out. So we're sort of getting to the short strokes here, and everything's selling well, and we're hoping to put on a good show.
When the Grey Cup was in Regina, I went to the Grey Cup parade and I saw a motorhome that actually had Alberta plates on it. It had a huge sign on the side and it said, "Hey, Saskatchewan, turn your clocks back." That was one of the parade entries.
Yeah.
We're looking for more of that kind of fun, and just anybody that wants to be involved in the parade coming up. Right?
That's right. You know, last year in Calgary they had about 100 entries, and I think we're getting very close to that. So if anyone sort of wants to get into the parade and get an entry in, I'd encourage to do it very quickly.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Up next in Pro Fitness, we catch up with Eskimo linebacker Mark Rastelli.
I'm Mark Rastelli, linebacker with the Edmonton Eskimos. Typical workout week for me is Monday, strength and power, Tuesday, speed and agility, Thursday, strength and power again, and then Friday, finishing off with some more speed and agility. And I'm going to take you through a few quick workouts, so let's get started. For my first exercise, I'm going to take you through a hip and core workout that I typically do about 3 times a week. So hips and core is good for linebackers, especially because you can have a strong upper body, but if you can't transfer that through your hips and your core, it doesn't go to your strong lower body, and all your power comes from your legs. So what you're going to do on this workout, I'm going to start with one leg on the ball. I'm then going to open up my leg, making sure I'm getting a bunch of work going on in here to strengthen my core, and then reverse it. So I'm going to go straight into that. So for my second workout, I'm going to take you through a typical speed workout that I do several times a week. This is for your drive phase of your 40, or if you're making a break on a ball when you got a nice low body lean, about 45 degrees. So what you want to do is you want to get your knee up as high as you can when you're in that drive phase. And how I do that is I start off in a nice power position like this, and I'll switch my feet as fast as I can and then pause again. So for my third workout, I'm going to take you through box jumps. This is something that I typically do on a power day, strength and power. I usually superset it with something heavy like squats. Right afterwards, I'll go and do these. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm Mark Costelli, and that's my workout for today's Pro Fitness.
You know, Marco, the other day I tried to box jump, but it didn't quite work out for me very well.
Well, I'm sure it took Mark quite a bit of training to do that height, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't go that height. Actually, I tried to jump on a box of Christmas oranges.
Oh.
I think I sprained my ankle.
I'm
Not to
sure
mention the
your
oranges.
Wife was pretty happy that you decided to do that in the middle of your living room.
Right in the rug. It's all good.
So as we saw last week, Freddie Stamps and Chris Thompson have quite the competitive sort of relationship going on. So this week we're going to see who is the best bowler to come out of New Orleans.
You mean New Orleans?
Yes.
New Orleans.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Chris Thompson.
Fred Stamps.
And today on Out of Bounds, we're going to settle a little old-time rivalry with a little game of bowling. See who's better. So let's get it started.
I have a dislocated shoulder. 6 weeks, what, 7, how long? 8 weeks? So, just first time.
You can play football, you can bowl.
Hey, hold on. Nice start over. Nice start over. Gutter.
Ah!
That's pretty good, man.
I need my own ball, man.
Hey, here go a ball right here. Put your name on it.
That make a big difference in your game.
Hey, didn't you just pull that out the truck?
That's your truck, man.
Hey, that's your ball right there. Hey, this is his ball. He don't want to use it because it's dirty. See how pretty mine is? And look how dirty his is.
I can't fit my fingers in there, man. Look at that. If it don't fit, you must have quit.
Get that hook on there.
No, you ain't picking him up.
I'm pretty sure I'll pick him up.
Don't choke. It ain't scoring.
Curve it. Good drive. Gutter. Let me see if I can clean your ball up for you, man. Yeah, you want to clean your ball up? Huh? You want to clean it up for you?
Hey, if I lose, we can't edit this.
I might have to go left-handed, see if I can pick it up. Never done this before, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Never done it before, but I'm gonna try it.
Don't believe that, people at home.
Hey, I ain't knocking bowl my left, man. That's pretty good. That's a good ball right there, dude. That's a good ball. I'm proud of you with that, man. I'm really proud of you. You just made that.
With a house ball, too.
Oh, man. I guarantee this is a field goal. You gotta aim straight down the middle like Pre. You know how Pre be hitting it straight down the middle? You gotta get it straight down the middle. Come on, let's go. Oh, guaranteed. Get Pre Boateng. This good.
You got an advantage on me.
Hey, we both come here. Hey, when y'all seen us, I had my ball in my hand, he had his ball in his hand, right? Hey.
Look at the color scheme. That's his balls, both of them.
No, man, you need to start taking more care of your ball, man. Look at this. Hey, right, look at his ball. This is my ball, the Black Widow, right? And look at his ball, all dirty and ugly looking. Look at the fingers in these things.
They all on bowling teams. It's not fair. He was here last night.
Hey, want me to go get one of those things, bro? Hey, see if we can put up the bumpers.
You make me laugh while I'm follow through, man.
See if we can put up the bumpers for him, man.
Put the bumpers down, man.
You're not gonna curve. The bumper's not gonna affect your game.
All right.
The bumpers. Nasi? What's up?
Get another strike, CT. What y'all professional bowlers do right here? Put your hands right. I won. I don't want to play no more, man.
But you got to finish your frame.
I beat you. That's all that matters.
Oh, man. Good. All right, come see. The total scope. 279 to 268. So who's the winner? All right.
Well, as you see, Fred won the first edition of Out of Bounds, but he's a professional bowler, had his own 2 balls. I caught fire late, and he felt the pressure and wanted to decide he was done. So I'll give him this first win, but next time we're going to get something I'm more familiar with, maybe basketball or something.
Hey, we can go swimming if you want. I'll beat you in swimming.
All right, we'll see.
Anything, man.
Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Well, it looks like Freddie took it this time, but I think we should maybe give Chris another opportunity on another episode to redeem himself.
Absolutely. I bet those two are even competitive about who's more competitive. I think what I'm going to do this winter is I'm going to tell Fred that I think Chris can shovel my driveway faster than him, and maybe I can get them both to bite. Might work out all winter for me. We'll see.
Well, they're competitive, but they're not stupid.
Well, good point. Up next in People of the Empire, we catch up with Barry Croft, who's been brought up in a household of Eskimo fans. The only way to be brought up.
My name is Barry Croft. I've been a season ticket holder for about 25 years now. Love the Eskimos. I mean, my family bleeds green and gold. My 2 brothers, my dad, all our uncles, aunts, even the women in our family, my mom and my sister, we love the Eskimos. I've been watching the Eskimos since I can remember. I grew up in the Knothole gang in Clark Stadium. Catching footballs when Dave Cutler would convert the touchdowns. It just seemed natural with the family I grew up with that I would be an Eskimo fan and a season ticket holder. The first time I walked into an Eskimo game in Commonwealth Stadium, I was just blown away. So all those years and cheering on all the great teams, you know, the 5 in a row run we had, cheering on Moon and Kepley and Towns and Fennell and all those guys, I mean, they became my heroes. But, you know, one of my favorite memories, I think, is sitting with snow all around us, and we'd pack it up as beer holders, you know, by your knees. And I remember in '96 watching the 68-7 pounding we gave Winnipeg in the playoffs set the record for CFL most points by a single team. And I remember it became a challenge for us to come up with a different touchdown celebration. Between our little gang there was always about 8 or 9 of us that would have season tickets together, and we would come up with a different celebration. And everybody, when the ball would go in the end zone, there'd be a celebration. They'd all look at our little group, and we'd think, okay, what are we doing? All 9 of us would do some different dance for each touchdown, and it was a lot of fun. I felt sorry for the Winnipeg fans. They didn't have a whole lot to cheer about, but oh well. We're such strong supporters. You know, we wanted to do something more. You know, become more involved if we could. Support them more, and also it gave us a little bit of the lap of luxury, I guess, a little bit. So our company, Canadian Industrial Paramedics, we have a 16-seat suite there, and it's fantastic. The food's fantastic, the service is wonderful. The ladies that serve us, they're excellent. They're a lot of fun. They keep it really upbeat, and it's terrific. An Eskimo fan expects a lot from their team. We cheer the team on and we stand beside them, win or lose. I mean, the attendance shows for itself. But we demand that excellence, and we often get it. And we're pretty proud of that. We're pretty fortunate for that, too. Our team hasn't seen the Grey Cup for a few years, but really, we've seen it a lot. So we're very, very fortunate compared to other teams.
You know, he's right. We really do have the best fans in the league. We've been so lucky to have this great team over the years. We really have been.
Absolutely. And speaking of a great team, we have a great support staff back in the equipment room. And so this week in Teammate Trivia, as Alana Nolan does her thing, she's switching it up a little bit. We're going to find out who knows our equipment manager, Dwayne Mandrusiak, better, Mackenzie Mandrusiak or Donnie Orr. So check it out.
It's time for Teammate Trivia. We have a special edition here. We are going to test Mackenzie Mandrusiak and Donnie Orr to see who knows head equipment manager Dwayne Mandruzek better. So first question is, what is Dwayne's least favorite thing to do in the locker room? A, laundry, B, polishing helmets, or C, seeing Pat Kabongo naked?
Seeing Pat naked. I'm going with Pat.
See Patrick Kabongo naked.
What is Dwayne's strictest locker room rule? A, no cleats, B, no food, or C, no touching his stuff?
No cleats. Definitely no food.
No food.
And which one word best describes his personality? A, crotchety, B, friendly, or C, split?
Split. I don't even know what those mean. Let's go with B.
Friendly?
Sure, friendly.
Split.
Mackenzie, you win this one. As you should.
As I should. Thank God.
Well, that does it for our show today, but remember, you can check us out next Wednesday starting at 4 p.m. on Shaw TV Channel 10. And as always, you can catch all of the episodes at esks.com and shawtv.com.
And remember, our half-hour show only runs every second Saturday and Sunday, so our next half-hour show will be November 6th. Until then, go Esco!
So up next, we are... I totally forgot what I was supposed to say.
October. All right.
October, Saturday, October.
Okay.
It actually says October, Saturday, October. I told you our producer can't spell.
He's an idiot. It's not our fault.
Sorry. It's like in my face.
You say Gi-nungus.
Wait, the skull gotta come up with something. What happened?
That didn't count.
Oh, that definitely counts. Oh, slip. I slipped. Slipped on a long can, see? I slipped on a long can.
I want to excuse you, man.
You know, I have a 8-month-old son. I could beat him in anything.
Start it off. We're going to walk through Chris Rastelli's workout routine. Marcus.
Yeah, we'd love to improve, and we need to hear from you.
So to
And I got an idea how to improve. We got a great show for you. We got the high school rivalries. See, at least
Not
made
just
you feel
me.
better. No, yeah, well, you know what? That was quite a height. You need to say that in there somewhere.
Of course, in your spare time, you love to hop on the internet and check Chris and I out on ShawTV.com.
That's the only place you can see us. There's nowhere else you want to see it.